Hello everybody, welcome back here on my channel. In this episode, this video, I'm gonna share with you and try to explain what is actually a cloud, or better said, what is actually a cloud service. Well, what is actually the cloud? When we're talking about the cloud, it's actually cloud computing is one of the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially when it comes by data storage and computing power, without direct active management by the user accesses through the internet. So this means that all the cloud services we can access it anytime, anywhere by using the internet. By large cloud services, often they have functions which are distributed over multiple locations, and each location, that means it's being a big data center. What are the biggest cloud service providers actually these days? We have several here worldwide, but one of the most famous one and most common one and often used by not only clients but also big companies are AWS from Amazon, Microsoft Azure, and the Google Cloud Platform. But by using all these cloud services, there are also companies who are using these cloud services. Some of them you might using on a daily basis. When we have data, all the data that we have was stored in hard drives which were not very reliable and secure, as the drive can be accessed by anyone. And another thing is, by having our own system at home, is installing and maintaining your applications. You have to do it all by yourself to keep your system updated. And this will be time consuming, or you really have to know a little bit more knowledge about how to install any applications on your system. But with companies, you have the same issues. Before they using cloud services, in the past they have a computer on the office, but the computer and all the data on it, they had to be stored on a server. And these servers often usually are managed and maintained by their own, within their own proximity in their own building. After a while, when the company starts to grow, they also need to invest more in their computer systems and servers, because out of that they also have to invest more money, not only in using applications but also in security, hardware, and expanding their servers as well. And all of this together will be not only time consuming, but also it's not very cost effective, because they have to invest on a continuously base to maintain their own system, to keep all the systems up and running. But what kind of service providers are the cloud providers actually offering to the customers or to companies? We distinguish 3 different areas, but it comes by cloud services. The first one is software as a service, that's SaaS, or platform as a service, PaaS, or infrastructure as a service. And I will try to explain each and one of them in a short description. When it comes by software as a service, it's software as a service. A customer uses software which can be either for a particular amount of time, for one day, or maybe for expanded amount of time or lifetime access. So SaaS utilizes the internet and delivers the application directly to the customer. So what it means is we can access the software from anywhere in the world by using our own laptop or system, by using some login credentials, and we don't have to worry about having certain criteria or requirements to use that particular software in the cloud. Platform as a service, PaaS. PaaS, platform as a service, is actually a framework for the developer where they can create an application for customizing the previously built applications. So these applications are developed on the cloud, but once in a while they can also access it in the next day to continue building their application. And this service also provided through the means of internet, and here all the management is done by the enterprise or any third-party provider, in this case the cloud service provider itself. Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service is provided by the cloud services, provides with help the customers to access and monitor things like computing, networking, and other services like also security. In infrastructure as a service, the customer can purchase resources on demand rather than buying. What are the benefits of actually using cloud services? The benefits of cloud services, one of them is economical. So this means this will be very cost effective. You don't have to invest a lot of money for hardware or software or any infrastructure. You only pay for that kind of service that you actually need for your company or your own needs at home or your working environment. The second thing, the benefit, it's also manageable. It's easier to maintain your infrastructure, your software, or the hardware that you're using through the cloud because you have an oversee. You can see clearly how to manage and how to add or remove services that you don't need for your businesses. And the third thing is it's also centralized, which means the cloud service is not maintained by one server at one location, but you can access it from anywhere all over the world. And the most thing is that it's also reliability. The reliability means that you can not only access your application or your software from anywhere on the world by just using the internet, but you also have the certainty and the reliability that is always accessible 24 hours a day. And how the cloud providers do this, they distributed their data centers all over the world. So if in some case or scenario one of the data centers isn't working correctly, that means that your data is always accessible with a copy that is stored in other data centers. And the third thing is, or the last thing is security. Security means so you don't have to worry by installing or maintaining your virus scanners or other firewalls, because everything that you store in the cloud has a security. So you can only be accessed by you or by people that you have granted permission to access your service or software on the cloud. So this is a brief explanation about what the cloud services is. So if you want to know more about technical stuff about cloud services or another video about software development that I will upload shortly, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated when I upload a brand new video here on my website.